was rhythm and it was blues. It was music that your everyday person could deal with and could understand. It was music that had come out of a Southern experience. Your average young black kid that grew up with me could sing. Everybody could sing. It was just that some of us sang a little better than others, but everybody took a shot at singing.
To find a selling artist is so much work, man. It's like going up to Alaska and panning for gold with one pan and looking for a nugget.
Just to think, someone wants to record me. That was the thing. They weren't thinking about the money in front, and I would tell them the truth, like, you ain't going to make no money off the record because the record company ain't going to pay you, but Jive, I said, you're going to make it because people want to hear you in person and see you in person.
One-nighters, strings of one-nighters. We just said, hey, we're going to go out there and give them a good show.
Good show.
And then we tie our do-rags on our head or whatever, you know, and get in the back of the car, go to sleep and ride.
You're playing auditoriums and dance halls and anywhere you get a building. Then, too, there was some auditoriums didn't allow black shows in there. So you played in a dance hall or whatever place you could find.
That's when rhythm and blues was an obsession with the people.
There was a group of us in the late 40s and early 50s started attending the shows. And at times you'd look down and when the music was playing, it looked like a swarm of bees moving.
I don't know, it'd be as tight as you could get on that floor down there. And they would all be shuffling.
In that day and time, there was a lot of people that frowned upon us for doing it.
Segregation.
Segregation.
We learned from the black men. They taught us how to dance. They taught us what rhythm was.
The only thing they had been exposed to was square dances and all this other mess. But they wanted to jitterbug like them black kids to shake.
They'd let their hair down when they danced. They'd touch, they'd bump their butts together. They'd do things that we never seen before.
So every once in a while, you would see where a crowd would just move out and circle up, and there would be some guy that was better than the rest of them, and man, was he slick. I can remember him doing it right now. And they just, their feet, they didn't pick them up, they just slid around. Unless you've been black on Saturday nights, you got me, and that was what I wanted to be, was black on Saturday night, because that's where the action was.
Music was the star. When they called it rock and roll, it was only rhythm and blues. Now being done by white kids and accepted and danced to, and being played on the top 100 and the top 10 stations. That's all it was. A change in the rhythm pattern. The tempos were upped a little bit, came a little more brassy, but a little louder, but it was rhythm and blues, you know? Like Fats Domino said, I had been singing rock and roll 15 years before they started calling it that. It was rhythm and blues, and it still is.